What's good? What's good? Good morning. What a good morning it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Shout out to Sparks Visuals. NC, I see you, baby girl. Kaya, what's good? CTC, what's up? Cedar Mafia, what's up, Poopy? You want to come in here? Appreciate it. You want to come in here, Poop? I got 76 people in here. Y'all hit the like button. Finna turn it up in a minute. All right, now. I don't need you. I don't need you making a bunch of noise. I need this for a minute. I'm gonna give it to you in a minute. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You good? You wanna go back out there?
She's gonna be up there.
Okay. I'll get back to you in a minute. All right, we got 34 likes, y'all. Look. Appreciate that. East St. Louis in the building, man. We already got some of y'all like the hoodie, some of y'all hating on it. Don't do that. Appreciate it. It's just a hoodie, man. It's just a hoodie. Okay. We got 90 people in the building. We got 46 likes. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. As y'all know, if y'all been paying attention to my last couple of lives, this is my last 4-hour pass. I decided to go ahead and get on here early, so I can go and get this live out the way and then handle the rest of my little business. I gotta be in at 12. Next week, I'll be out to 4 o'clock p.m. So the live gonna be later. I think I might start the live at like 12 or 1. That way, a lot more people will be up. I know some of y'all been out there partying all weekend, Friday, Saturday. Some of y'all been working. So Sundays be kind of y'all rest day or whatever. So, I try to come on live a little bit later towards the time I gotta go in, but I do gotta go in. So, like I said, I decided to do a little earlier today. We still got a couple people in here, 108 people in here. All right, now the first thing I want to talk about. Shout out to my Reddit family too, man. Couple of guys I know from Reddit been hitting me up, and they sent me something that was interesting, and I want to talk about that. But I also want to talk about what's been going on with these shootings. Pretty sure all of y'all by now, everybody know about um the 16-year-old black kid that got shot by the 84-year-old or 85-year-old. I did a video about that, and then I think a day or two after that, a little girl got shot. A little 6-year-old girl got shot. Her father and her mother, because her basketball rolled into her neighbor's yard. You know what I'm saying? So and even before that, you had all these people running in stores. You got people running in schools. You know what I'm saying? So, in my way of thinking, this is America. And even though we've always had tragic shit like this happen, it's never happened in bulk like it is now. Like every other day you turn around, some dumb shit going on involving a gun. You know? Now, one reason that a lot of people is dissatisfied with Joe Biden, and a lot of people trying to get Joe Biden out of there, because Joe Biden is he's not pro guns. You know what I'm saying? He's not really with guns. So he's banning a lot of guns, he's banning a lot of stuff, and they don't like that, because at the end of the day, these white people, they not with you taking their rights as far as their guns. Like they not with that. And that by right. They kind of right about that, because if we allow the United States to, and I really even shouldn't even be talking about this for real, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna go too deep off into it, but I am gonna say this: if we allow the government to take our weapons, um, I believe that slowly but surely they'll begin to implement more and more stuff that's gonna slowly take away our rights. You know, the little rights that we do have, because we already being controlled by the media. We already being controlled by. We already got a lot of stipulations and things that we can and can't do unless you're a certain person, or you know a certain person, or if you got a certain amount of money. Y'all ever been on the internet doing something or looking at something as far as pertaining to shopping or banking or anything, investments, and next thing you know, you start getting emails about, what about the stuff you were looking into. You start seeing more and more ads dealing with what you was looking into. That's not a coincidence. That's letting you know that they're watching you and they're paying attention to everything that you're doing. You know? So you all of a sudden you looking at clothes, you looking at Louis Vuitton clothes, and all of a sudden all these ads for Louis Vuitton clothes and these deals for Louis Vuitton clothes just start popping up. That's not a coincidence. And a lot of it is the same thing that they do with sites like YouTube, Facebook, you know? So if they're looking at you close enough to determine what you eat, what you like to buy, what you like to shop for, and stuff like that, just imagine like how much other information that they really got about you. Now I said that to say this. I feel as though all of this stuff is happening for a reason. And people could say, well, this ain't nothing new, SNTV. This shit ain't new, but ain't nothing new under the sun, but this shit ain't been happening like it's happening today. Like every time I turn around, it's something going on. So like that's beginning to really scare me. I don't know about y'all, but that's beginning to scare me. And I really like when it comes to my kids. I love my kids to death, and it's like I be scared to let my kids go to school type shit. Like I be scared to go to the park with my kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I be scared. I be scared of what I might slip up and have to make a mistake and do if a motherfucker make the wrong move out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a felon, and I ain't got too many slip ups. You know, and I'm already not supposed to be carrying a weapon. So it's like if I'm out there, I'm damn near butt naked. In a lot of states, the state that I'm in now, Alabama, this is one of them. There's no law. You don't even have to have no concealed carry or none of that. You could just carry a gun. Like anybody can carry a gun, except felons. You know what I'm saying? So you can easily just get dropped for nothing. Like real talk. And then they got stand your ground laws. We've seen situations where people pull up playing their music too loud. Next thing you know, they dead just for playing their music too loud. So, moral of the story is, y'all prepare for what's coming. Y'all prepare for what's coming, man. They put it out there and they show it to us years before they do it, but y'all get prepared, man, because I really do feel like they're gonna try to take they're gonna try to take gun rights away. They're gonna try to take guns away. I really do feel like that. And certain states not gonna go for it. So that's definitely gonna be a problem. Real talk. Um Now y'all know that now y'all know I can't do a live without talking about my city. I love Chicago to death, right? I've seen a lot dealing with the city. I've lost a lot dealing with the city. It's a saying that if you from the city of Chicago and you haven't been shot, robbed, or burglarized, then you're not really from the city of Chicago. And that's sad when you think about it, but at the same time, it's true. Lori Lightfoot, she out of there. Do I think that a lot of the stuff that was going on in Lori Lightfoot's era or her stay in the mayor's office? No. Do I think things are going to get any better? No. Do I think that the CPD is some bullshit? Yes. Do I think that the district attorney is some bullshit? Yes. Do I think that Chicago police do their job? No. Most of the time, guys get put in a position where they got to go out and get street justice because the police don't do their job. They fumble all type of cases. Shout out to my boy AZ King for the donation. The case dealing with Hadia Pendleton, the guy that allegedly shot and killed Hadia Pendleton, did y'all know that they fumbled his case? Now he has to go back and be retried, and they may have to drop the case because the prosecutors fumbled the case. That's what they do in Chicago. How can you be a city, the third largest city in the United States, a population of around 3.5 million people, metropolitan Chicago, and you have a 13% conviction rate on homicides? So if somebody killed my people, I got to go get revenge for myself. Cause the police ain't locking up that, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I don't wish jail on nobody. But when you out here doing fucked up stuff, like, I mean, it's either jail or death. Because jail is for animals. Animals, the only ones I know need to be in cages. See, the Chicago ain't like certain places. Certain places you don't got to do much to get for them to lock you up and throw away the key. In Chicago, you got to do something. Like I got locked up this time for some damn weed. If they'd have pulled up on me, and if I'd have been in the city, they'd have pulled up on me. They would have probably frisked me or something, searched me down. I could have been smoking a blunt right there. They would have locked me up for some damn weed. No, they got too much going on. And when I say white people, I'm not necessarily talking about white people in general. Like those of y'all that understand how I talk, I'm talking about the powers that be. I'm gonna clarify that. I'm talking about the people who make the laws, the people who break the laws, the people who bend the laws for certain people, The people who may, the same people that may take a normal person and lock him up and throw away the key, and then a person who got quote unquote status or money, he could do the same thing as that person did, and they'll let him off with a slap on the wrist, or don't even charge him. You know what I'm saying? I.e., them locking Donald Trump up was a damn joke. Just something to have on the news. They ain't finna do nothing to Donald Trump. It's a sheriff down here. Some of y'all might have heard about him. A sheriff named Mike Blakely. He been corrupt for 30 years. He been corrupt for 30 years. They say this man been corrupt since some of the people he locked up with was in diapers. Or some of the people that he got locked up was in diapers. They finally caught him in some bullshit. You know what they gave him? 3 years probation. Not a day in jail. And he stole millions of dollars, drugs out of not interrogation rooms, you know, the evidence rooms, stole drugs out of evidence rooms. He's did all type of shit. Probably got bodies and everything. And they finally caught him in something, the feds, and he gets 3 years probation. You see what I'm saying? So, 051 Melly. Now let's talk about Melly for a minute. First and foremost, we all know Melly wasn't no angel. We all know Melly was a killer. It is what it is. It ain't no secret about what was going on with 051 Melly. True enough, right? We also know that 051 Melly, he lived by the gun, he died by the gun. He died the same way that, you know, he got took out the same way that he took a lot of people out. We all know that. But what I did know was the guy that shot and killed 051 Melly, the police been knew who he was. The police got evidence against him. The police actually locked him up and charged him with it. But the prosecutors didn't go through because they felt like they didn't have enough proof in order to win a trial. Without witness statements, basically people coming to testify on him in court, or without a statement from him. Mind you, they caught him with the gun that was used to kill 051 Melly a couple days after it happened. Let me read this to y'all. In 2022, while conducting the investigation of the homicide of Yarmel Williams, the offender, Nathaniel Hicks, was not writ from the Department of Correction and rearrested for first-degree murder for the murder of Yarmel Williams. Nathaniel Hicks is currently an inmate at Western Illinois Correctional Center under inmate blank for aggravated discharge of a firearm and possession of a firearm with defaced serial numbers. Okay, so before I continue, Nathaniel Hicks is 007 Nate. A defaced serial number is basically a gun with the serial number scratched off of it. All right. It is the contention of the reporting detective that this investigation had proven to the satisfaction of Chicago Police Department that Nathaniel Hicks was the individual responsible for shooting and killing Yarmel Williams on September 1st, 2019, as they attended a party at 6107 South blank. They got that redacted. Hicks was identified by witnesses blank Additionally, Hicks was identified from blank as the person entering the premises with a handgun prior to the homicide, and the person fleeing the location after the homicide. Hicks was arrested on the 3rd of September 2019. So this was 2 days later, like I said, in possession of the handgun that was used to kill Yarmel Williams. The facts were presented to the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, who found them credible. The Cook County State's Attorney's Office refusal to prosecute was determined that they could not meet the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt in a trial setting without witness cooperation and no inculpatory statement by Nathaniel Hicks. Conscious. See, that's the thing. 051 MELLY was one example. See, we have to analyze what we saying. See, he was just a street dude that did street shit, and he ended up getting killed in the streets. That's the side we looking at. But what about the other side? What about the kids that get killed in the streets? Like I just mentioned, her dear Pendleton. What about innocent people that get killed in the streets all the time, just like this, in cases like this, and don't nothing happen? How do you kill somebody and get caught with a murder weapon 2 days later and they talking about they can't prosecute you? How do you kill somebody, get told on, and then get caught with the murder weapon? Damn. I mean, it looked like in Chicago, they damn near gotta catch you red-handed on camera. There's been cases in Chicago where guys are on camera. TB was on camera killing Troy. Now, yeah, you may look at it like 007 Nate did the community a favor, but what about a lot of this other shit going on around here that people never get charged with? Y'all forgot, it's more than just people like MELLY out here dying. It's kids dying every day, like I said, innocent people, all type of old people. I read about a 90-something-year-old lady getting killed. Like, we just seen a story about a 84-year-old lady getting raped. Like, this shit crazy. That was in Detroit, but still. So it's really like bigger than that, for real. It's way bigger than that. I'm just saying, I ain't no detective. I ain't with the CPD. It ain't my job to lock nobody up or do no shit like that. This is all what I just read, y'all, is all public information. That's a fact. That's public information. I got 260 people in here, 137 likes, man. Y'all get the likes up. That's public information, right? So this ain't no secret. So it's not like SCN out here playing investigator or nothing like that. This is all public record. Anybody can look this up. Matter of fact, it was sent to me. The Reddit disciple sent it to me. I go to a site called Hey Jackass, and I look up the statistics every other day. Those are accurate statistics. And somebody gets shot every like 2 minutes and something, and somebody get killed every like 4 minutes or something in the city of Chicago. How many of them murders you think they solving? And then bigger than that, it's bigger than just the city of Chicago. Do y'all know that the United States is in shambles right now? Don't nobody want to work no more. How many of y'all got jobs? Don't nobody want to work no more. Like the United States is, we not in good shape right now. And a lot of this stuff that they put in our face is just to entertain us, to keep our mind off. Guess what? The fact that we not in good shape. That's what that's about. You can look at it how you want to look at it, but I'm smart enough to know that, guess what? Something's big, something that's bigger than all this bullshit is coming. We just came off a pandemic, and then they just came with, oh, Ukraine and Russia into it. What the fuck they got to do with us? Tell me that. What they got to do with us? What's coming next? Now all these people getting shot for no reason. Motherfucker getting shot for knocking on the wrong door. See, some people don't see it until it happened. Or until it happened to them. Then when it happened to them, it's like, damn, oh man, it's an uproar. Cause you couldn't learn, you couldn't see when it happened to the next motherfucker. You couldn't see that and learn, like, okay, this could have been me. So what could I do to try to prevent it or stop it or help it? But if you are living in the city of Chicago, I just, all I could do is pray for you. All I could do is pray for you. All I could do is pray for you. Cause it's basically like, shit. Ain't no law out there. The shit lawless. So you gotta go for what you know. You gotta protect your own. If something happened to your people, the only way you gonna get justice is go slide. And then we wonder why, oh, these people crazy and all. No, motherfuckers ain't crazy. Somebody shoot your daughter or shoot your mama or shoot your cousin and they ain't had nothing to do with nothing. What the average person gonna do? You can't trust no police. You might end up going in there trying to fuck with the police. You might end up locked up. Like, damn, I'm the one called y'all. Y'all gonna put me in handcuffs? Like, this shit crazy. For real. You just can't trust them, bro. So could you really blame somebody for going out to get justice themselves? Then when they go out to get justice, now here comes somebody behind them to get justice, and then here comes somebody behind them to get justice, and then next thing you know, you got a whole war. That really ain't really got nothing. It really don't really got nothing to do with no gangbanging shit. If you in a gang or not, and something happened to your people, or something happened to you unjustly, and you don't do nothing, a real man gonna go do something. Something. You ain't gonna just let that shit ride. Cause what about the next motherfucker that come around and feel like they want to do something? What now? What you is the target, the punching bag? Oh, this motherfucker ain't gonna do nothing. Just like in jail, prison. If you let one person come and do you, take advantage of you any type of way, you dead. Cause guess what? The next motherfucker gonna do it, and the next motherfucker gonna do it, until you eventually end up doing something to somebody. But before all that happened, before it get to that, I'm not going the first time. The first time something happened, guess what? Motherfucker gonna pay for that. It's going down that first time. It ain't gonna be no second time. And I ain't gotta be the hardest motherfucker. I ain't even gotta be in no gang. I ain't gotta be gang. I ain't gotta be the hardest, toughest, none of that. That's just human nature. What's the first law of human nature? Could somebody tell me the first law of human nature? What's the first law of human nature, y'all? Somebody, come on. I know somebody know the first law of human nature. Self-preservation. Yes, indeed. That's the first law of survival. Same thing. That's the first law of human nature. Protect yourself, self-preservation, survival. All of those are correct answers. Dealing with the first law of human nature. So, you know, it is what it is. Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I love y'all to death. And it might sound weird or whatever, but I be thinking about y'all when I ain't on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm locked up, so I have a lot of time to think. And I thought about something crazy the other day. I thought about how many subscribers I got. Then I also thought about how many of my subscribers are still actually alive and doing pretty decent since I got locked up. I thought about how many of my subscribers might have died since I got locked up. How many people that's subscribed to me right now that ain't even here no more. You know what I'm saying? I think about shit like that. But yeah, it's just getting crazy, man. You know, that story about the 16-year-old getting shot. Then I seen the little girl on the news like, why would you shoot my daddy? You know what I'm saying? It's not about white, it ain't about black. It ain't about none of that. It's about, damn, motherfuckers ain't got a heart out here. Like, straight up. I don't give a fuck who did what. Like, if I ain't got a heart for nothing or nobody, I got a heart for the kids. Call me a sucker or whatever you want to call me, but the kids, you know? But obviously everybody don't. I've been had time constrictions when it comes to this video. This video is kind of long. The last one that I did, it's kind of long. It's gonna be probably 20 plus minutes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that ain't long, but it's long for one of my documentaries. Y'all know how I do it. I like to get straight to the point. But I'll probably be dropping it Tuesday, either Tuesday or Wednesday. I might need a day or two to promote it, but this a real good one. And in this documentary, some of the things that I'm talking about right now, we'll see a firsthand example of how it does people when they lose loved ones, especially children. Now I got a question for y'all before I get off here. If you was in the streets and somebody did something to your child, how would you handle it? Again, if you was in the streets, or fuck that. If somebody did something to your child, not only did nothing to your child, got on the internet bragging about it, how would you handle it? The mayor Starling said he crashing out. Miss Williams said she get back gang, not gonna lie. Top Hater said, crash, I take care of it myself. Make it personal. Belt to ass. Take them to the grave. That's the trash culture we have in Chicago. Revenge for sure, bro. I'm turning computers off. I'm sliding. Listen. That's when it becomes time to put all that bullshit to the side. Whether you good, bad, whether you looked at as a gangster, whether you looked at as a lame, a square. It's time to find out some locations. It's time to turn phones off and leave them phones where they at, so we can't ping off no towers. It's time to load up, and it's time to do what it's time to do what we got to do. That's just what it is. So all of the people that be talking about, oh, this person this and this person that, when it's all said and done, what you gonna do for yours? And what is yours gonna do for you? If it happened to you, what yours gonna do for you? That shit just self-preservation, y'all. Real talk at the end of the day, man. Straight up. And you can't blame nobody for trying to protect theirs and protect themselves. I don't blame a motherfucker for that. That's what you better do. Straight up. Shout out to the gang, man. Shout out to my squad. Y'all know who y'all is. Shout out to everybody still rocking with SNTV, man. I say this every time I go live, but y'all already know I ain't free yet. Y'all keep saying, take the crown back, and all of that. Look, check this out. When I get free, y'all gonna know it. Because ain't too many go hard like I go hard. I'm posting when I'm free. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I ever lost no crown. I really kind of feel like, what crown is we talking about? You know, I'm just one out of many. I'm just a blogger. That's all I am. You know, I'm a king in my own right. I'm a king within myself. But as far as this internet goes, like, I don't see myself as no bigger than nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I just do the best that I could to try to get y'all correct information. I do the, you know, I'm gonna tell it like I see it. It is what it is. I ain't gonna cut no corners. I'm not gonna ride with nobody because I'm cool with them. I'm not gonna ride with no bullshit because this person said it was or said it was cool. SNTV just don't do that. That just ain't my style. That ain't my swag right there. And it'll never be. You feel me? Appreciate the donations on your first channel. Top hated. Yeah, you been riding with me for a long. My boy AZ, most definitely. That's why all these other Bufors think they own. Minor setback for the major comeback. You already know, Mees. Oh, no problem, Jack. Sparks, Chucky, Scarlet, ENC, y'all already know. Sharpshooter, Virgo Live, Conscious. I see all my riders, man. Straight up. And I ain't gonna forget the ones that was here when I was down either. See, right now I'm on a spiral back up. I've been down for a couple years. Right now I'm on a spiral back up. But y'all already know it'll get greater later, man. It's your boy SNTV. I love y'all.